Catch on, sir. Mom pray the other woman 2028. Mom pray long life. Mom pray, say, God, I need long life. God, fulfill my years, my days. Yes. Lord, let me live long, more than 100 years. If you stop this prayer, you will die. Ora John Mama, oya campaign. Oka say, Nyame na dom, no we need power. Obey program bia after this say 24-hour economy. Ka asem we bi no. Asem mo du pa. Atamfo so dia ba ho. Omo say, ye ma wonya ne. Ye ma wonya chira. And omo plan say 24-hour economy no. Ekwan bia so omo mpre so.
I don't see it like that. Demons will fight any good thing. So we are fighting in the project. Really, doesn't really matter to me.
Abusunya Jesus ahofe e de warning bi akọ edema NDC abanya wotisu awo kire se wo mo pre bibi 2028 am mo mpre mo ho se hwan na bedi party na nim hwan na eba be kofa to media ma party na mum wo mo pre kwatenten ene ahode yenye sa na wo hu no le so na nya de e ya de pakwa fei wo san e kire sa ben mampeni John Dramani Mahama eba no ensam bia na wo ka ba ko eto Ghana fa so yi pa e ya 24-hour economy o cast wo ba wo be bo man Ghana mama adwuma de ne bebu se ya tam we ko na no pa na we ko na wia na we ko na nyuma shift system ene de be ya adwuma na so ya hwa oba e be afi ba ko mu ana wo koi wontimi nya bibia emfa fa ho ye wo se enye na ne mum eye wo tamfo bi ena ekuta Mahama ban no enu ntina nam so ma 24-hour economy ne se wan hwe ne ya wontimi kura enye edan 4 years no aso
3rd August, right?
Sir, 3rd August.
Write it down.
Papa someone Toronto hoy.
Catch on, sir. Mom pray the other woman 2028. Mom pray long life.
Papa someone pray dia edem onim 2028. Na mom pray kwatenten.
Men pray any position be in your party, but pray for long life. Mom pray say, God, I need long life. God, fulfill my years, my days. Yes. Lord, let me live long, more than 100 years. If you stop this prayer, you will die.
My God.
How much you say last 2024, last year 2024? You be eating me. You can't say 24 be. You can say no, but so the thing is still pending. Now, they say, Ora John Mama, oya campaign. Oka say, Nyame na dom, no we need power. Obey program bia after this say 24-hour economy.
24-hour economy.
3 in 1.
Sir.
We call 8 hours. 8 hours. 8 hours. That's 24 hours.
Sir.
Now, waka asem we be no. Asem mo du pa. Atamfo so dia ba ho. Amo say, ye ma wonya ne. Ye ma wonya chira. Eh. Ya me we dia won ti susu mo nsem. Atamfo say, John Mama, ye ma wonya ne. Ye ma wonya chira. Ti be say, ye man tokwa sisi bi basa. Ebi wu boko. Ebi wu kumase. Ebi wu ha. Say be o plan na wa plan no. Emem. And o ma plan say 24-hour economy no. Ekwan bia so o mo mpre so. Eh. O mo de fa dum so. Aha, dum so na ba. Ebe na what 24-hour economy. Na dum so ni free hoko e. Am da fa ni paku mu. Ni pakum. So na be ya adwe na papa na nya no. O ntimi nje. Embem. And so wa ntimi anya.
My God.
No. Ono na waye. Mama ntina 24-hour economy no a. No na aye. Dem nipa be wo mu no. E na mpre so. Oh. To dia amaso a. No na aye bibia.
Anya ne fort.
Mo na mai ma de.
Efini efre. Efini efre.
Aha, too much GH. Mo akwa ba de abaso ma so first time ni a me subscribe button no so form na fa be o ne ka ho. Sa no upload ni to on the first person. Ya wo sa ebedi kan ka be bu so me se wo bre no. Kam ho ne kwa apostle ho ne ma na kwa ba na fe ya fa nkomo no. Enhwehwe so. Apostle mo akwa ba.
Yeah, now I want to say.
Nyame adumo da de na so e.
Apostle,
so what say ne Jesus ahofe e kan ya wo je ne sen.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the really rare revelation that he had.
Okay.
I always said that God is God. God cannot make a mistake. But a mistake comes from man. God can give you a revelation. But interpretation now, the man no. Now acquire error.
Okay.
Until he be our man another interpretation to a certain vision. I know that I can come to that space. And also, so yeah, baby, I want to say we're born pie. And to every project as a pastor, we sell the best writing. Who carrying the Bible name? Yeah, when he was building the broken wall, you know, he had a sword in his hand, he had a tool in his hand, and he was very prayerful. There were Sambala, there were Toba. Every project will have a Sambala, every project will have a Toba. There's going to be an enemy as far as any project is concerned.
Okay.
But they make an conservative. And so I don't know what he had. But what I know about the 24-hour economy is that it's a very good policy. And it is, from what I understand, it's going to be agriculture based. And I know Qatar has voted a lot of money to start agriculture in Ghana, billions of dollars, so that they don't have any arable land, and Ghana must do that. The minister said it. So it is agri integrated. Most of it is agri integrated. And so a lot of work is underway from my small understanding as far as this is concerned. Okay. They will see a potential agribusiness in the church. You'll be shocked, don't be surprised if you see agribusiness coming to the church.
Okay.
Where the church can do farming. Okay. The church is also encouraging, and agri minister indeed said it. Maybe very soon we are going to hear a certain conversation on agribusiness. Now, and you also have to know, sir, in the Volta Lake Enclave, the artificial Volta Lake Enclave. Do you know that? The artificial Volta Lake Enclave.
Okay.
There is a certain project which is 24-hour economy driven. That is massive. Where everything will be produced, sale will be done. It's a whole major project. If you look at that project, it is massive, and it is in this government policy. 24-hour is launched. I think it's early days yet. The size of the project will determine the level of preparation.
Okay.
So ABR, they might even need 1 more year to prepare.
Okay.
And then getting to the 2 years to the end of the government before they can implement it. What they can say? Maybe they can implement in small bits. For example, at the port, 24-hour. But the real implementation, the agri-based 24-hour implementation, I don't know, it's in process.
Okay.
So from what I know, from what the things I have read about, it's in process. If he's saying that we should pray for the project, that is fine. But nobody, for me, I mean, politics will say, oh, you said you have not done. But a lot of things has been done in these 8 months. There is a big push that has also happened. I think it's ongoing. A few mistakes here and there, which is normal. What I say. But I feel, sir, for me, if you ask my candid opinion, I will speak professionally. Your mama is on course. You to me, I encourage them to do it. But now, starting demonizing I don't know whether to call it demonizing, saying that demons are fighting the project. I don't see it like that. Demons will fight any good thing.
Okay.
So we are fighting in the project. Really, it doesn't really matter to me.
Apostle, and maybe say ban policy aban bi ede baso be implementing no their juma empire and comshe etimi determine the success of that policy na be ban na say plan na e be ko.
Mami can say, I think you need both. Sometimes we are shift to the other side of the equation. And yeah, the world is not only physical, there was spiritual dimension. You can have a nice policy, so won't go by, and yeah. That is why we need a 24-hour prayer team that should be back. And I believe that there's an office that is doing a 24-hour prayer. What I said, it doesn't have to be loud, but it's going on. That this project will work 24/7. Anything can happen. I give an example of in the year they make an conservative. So a project from the Bible model is a Nehemiah's model that I'm talking about. The American Nehemiah, that's how it does it. Project. Everyone here, the policy bar, completing the policy is very important, and the approach is like add prayers, and so you can't take prayers out. Prophecy, and this Ghana, we can't go away with our prophecies. All the prophecies will come. It doesn't matter. Let's manage it. But the real work comes with planning, implementation, making sure we dot our I's and cross our T's.
And the apostle Mr. Sen na ebreben and never can say very spiritual and as a spiritual warfare, the more
man,
and as a radio,
you know, the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet.
Okay.
And only a disciple can say, I mean, at least you do all concurrently. You should go, oh, see that grass or bumper.
Okay.
Because if the blocks a partner blood now be if I could touch blocks on that. I said we are and you before but my I know somebody now sit down and every time people come to work they fall down. No sit down with a big house. He was never able to do the story until prayers were said. So we had to pray for the person, pray over the land and make sure that nobody will fall before towards he got scared. So it took prayer for the thing to finish. They make an say. Until if we have to do a side project, money year complete. I mean, the prophecy is not count here. When you add prophecy and you add prayer, prophecy will come. Me, I don't have a problem with that.
Odi for Sabana say, Emma, I'm on your phone, Chinchan, Womonas, where Juma was one way the more mine to say, if you more compare other countries now, you Yamisum get the Hosan to Ghana.
They are still like China.
Aha, or more develop it.
But
the prophecy be about police and once a man as
the can say the prophecy is unique to Ghana.
Okay.
We are a nation that prays. We love God. And so when you come to Ghana, God also loves Ghana as a praying nation. You can't think that we can't be like China. The American Conservative said we can't be like any other country. But we shouldn't compromise. We shouldn't compromise our development. We shouldn't compromise our development. We have to make sure that it goes along coherently. We shouldn't compromise our development.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, because a demon be why to me a project. The American Conservative said we should be scientific as much as we are prayerful and balance. Balance on the higher no we just go to one side and we go on another side and everything is not working the way it should work.
Odi for akobane say ya 24-hour economy say beba say nyama ye kra na ye see demon be air fight na kobane say na say entimi ankoba so a we nya excuse e dey mind this about so 24-hour economy kwa ye
me I may have a conviction sir we never so I have according to my conviction I know say 24-hour no beba so you know when people set you up you don't have to talk. Because don't forget that politics is interesting with the opposition. The opposition, people like Afenyo Martin will come and complain that you said you were going to do it. Even the first day in governance, the first report said, where is 24-hour? But they had their plan to launch it and do it differently.
Okay.
But where is 24? So politics will drive things like that. But I think that it should keep focus and it will happen. It's a good policy. And I recommend maybe later, after other governments come, they should continue it. You know, government is continuum until we have to look at that policy and implement it thereafter.
Abra NDC MPP wo abemo mo so ekoye no mo so ka se MPP fo ni bi be ka so mo lusu die e kamia se as spiritual workings because so intimi bisa se amanyosem ni sunsunsem no sanity because we na o say 24-hour economy Mahama ni ambra say ye fighting spiritually we nso lose opposition no ono so say lose ye de spiritual workings be akoswet say nti na ye lose no nti kamia say gradually no amanyofo na Jesus sunsunsem atum ha o mayin puntu.
I think that you do that you don't balance it at your own pace and I mean can say in Paboka kakra what I said any analysis kakra. So I was talking about the Musa Danquest analysis of the polls in different areas. You can hire a scientific personality to understand polling. Well, and I said polls, statistics, the demography of elections from the Fourth Republic. Now I had statistics sampling. Now are coming out with results. And Dr. Frank Amaku was saying that when he went to Katie Amon's constituency and I said the constituency, you know, there was something he wasn't doing. There was something small, and it just came to do it simple. And the Amon lost. I want bomb pie alone. They just solved the problem, and the people felt like, listen, this is a good government to join, and that was it. Katie Amon's constituency. He lost an NDC person. They can say what you say. And for me, you don't do that alone. I'll be very surprised we'll get to that point. We need to have a good balance in it. We balance it well. But they can say what you say.
Apostle Kofa Musa Dan Kwasemi Bayina, the Ibi Betubia watcher said Dr. Muhammad Baumia, or you're very weak for any election out of your stand to be Lucy. Or Cancer Ghana for winning an but recently, as someone Dr. Muhammad Baumia Bekano and almost any Musa Dan Kwakai, now why have indicated Dr. Muhammad Baumia Babonsi, Abe Pacho, said Ghana form for NPP form from so and chairwoman because what you two said, Yomubai on Bayen. Omo ya ade de ba ade ba kuma ni wo ha omo fom wo ho nti saa kwan no so no wo patch so mo fa bone ne nche we no say leader nkasa sei saa chopo we pa de ehu hia kra because we patch no we no ono body chum so ba be battle chopo no say onu wo su no so hwemu no nsu onu adu chum de ne sector ye education o perform yi nti ontimi fa chopo no me follow mu na so nya ne feli.
The reason is Bichum performed very well.
Okay.
So he has a moral right to speak, but the other sectors of the economy didn't do well. But I said, so that's why probably he had a moral right. And it's good he's defending himself. But generally, no. I mean, the government didn't do well, like he said. And he should have said it was he was in power. I mean, he should have admitted. And nobody ever admitted. Everybody was doing the normal politics. And you realize that, have you seen your mama mention Addo's name?
No.
But Addo actually made your mama popular. So everything, the your mama administration, your mama, every Okasa Kakrana Waka your mama. You mentioned his name about 2 times in his speech. And so he made your mama popular. A lot of things. And MPP, those days, Kasa, power, no Kasa. Power has a lot of way doing things it does to people. I'm sure even there are a few people in the NDC that when you are talking, you realize that some people also complain that, well, they've changed. When you get power and you're talking, you don't listen up. When you lose power, power is very powerful. Trust me. And sometimes can eat into you if you are not very humble.
Okay.
That's what I like about your mama. Whether you can call it anything, but you see a certain sense of humility in him, which means that he's not allowing the power to eat him up.
Okay.
That's how I see it. Yeah, me can say what you say. Yeah, me can say what you say. And for me, well, it doesn't matter how you call it. Your mama, Baumia can still come back.
Okay.
It's feedback. So feedback, no, come back and do the correct thing. And politics, no, if you do something wrong, and then you think because you have done something wrong, nobody will vote for you, and so you are running away. Everybody does wrong things.
Okay.
NDC did a lot of wrong things. They did their correction. People accepted them. Your mama losing elections, but he lost.
Okay.
And he came back to win. That's politics. So you can lose at a point, but you can also win at a point.
Okay.
So your mom will feedback her. They should work on it, not to give up. That's my humble advice to him. If they say, oh yeah, you look like a good leader, yeah, solve it. Find a way out. A lot of thinking, and the party machinery too is not helping. I recall, General Secretary came to say that they lost spiritually. Meanwhile, Prophet Kusibu, Boating, where he go to church, his prophet prophesied that he will go to win. So what happened? And then what went wrong? They make an answer what you say. And so a little bit of everything is very important. You can't go wrong with prayers. It works. But also when you have to be scientific, be scientific. Do both.
Okay.
And I'm Bible spoke about Exodus about 17. The hands of Moses was lifted up and was praying for Joshua. But Joshua's hands were not idle. He was also fighting. And he was winning. 2 things. Men get idle. Do what you have to do. Do both. And no.
Apostles, and now what power as me? I will chase a power as a second year country. I won't see. Be chase 1 year. Yeah, NDC. As a near man shut down Kuyi Papa Captain Smart in Papa Kubia. or Cassadity NPP abani ye pen no cranage more ye kahubi and a man Dr. Nana Mahama Ababi Winipawe. And you're no quane Casado Nasha say Casasa 1 year yes you so as a mamma mining aye unnecessary attention adores do we can't have macho on a dorsum. Apostle menu general view said 1 year ye Mahama Mamwe by Yakaka not the 1 year Napaku.
Me, I think that your mama has done very well. I mean, 8 months of what he has done is better than what we saw in another time. Everybody will attest to that. When we do elections now, again, and this will win.
It be just none of them could for Dubai in the first year, the implemented free SHS by. But I said, Mahama ban the second time, first year, you share them who be our implementing.
Oh, I think that, I mean, if you look at the economy wise, inflation has reduced. That's also a lot of work. If you look at exchange rate, it's also has reduced. It's a lot of work. I mean, you call that during those days, we couldn't do it.
Okay.
If we could have done it, we would have done it. And that saves a lot of money, solves a lot of problems. Some of the projects, and look at the big push, is coming very strongly. As for catchy, and in the Ghana politics, we all don't like it. We all flout the laws and do those things. I don't look at that. What it comes up is a general thing. I also have a few challenges with Galamsey. And you know my opinion about Galamsey. Media Galamsey me can say nobody can solve the Galamsey problem. So I'm not going to blame him. I'm only going to say that, like, you want to regularize the Okada. Let's regularize Galamsey.
Okay.
Yeah, no regular. Yeah, Galamsey, but that's all. So if government is in charge, instead of taking gun and shooting people, you help them to do responsibly. There are people who are in charge of the rivers and will make our gold, because they say gold, no. That is what is sustaining the country. The 10 billion cities big push they are doing for the roads, the free farm. Gold. I'm happy to say, recently we caught some people who were trying to smuggle our gold. I like it. I think you're in charge politics, no. This is what I'm advocating. You're district mining. One district, one mining. I don't know. One district, one mining. I think that's where the conversation should go. You know, I've reiterated this severally. So, and I don't know. Yeah, so me, listen, they can't stop that. We are coming to know. Go and look for it. Some people can even break their building and put a wall of mine in their house. What is that? Yeah, people will mine in their own house.
Apostle no ayekoda sare ya video bi circulate wo media no so ne entuntum de cheton afi yekohwe ya general mosquito na yi niti ya wogina ma fellow or address NDC fo ansa na say ya say wo yi niti ntem dodo say wo be pe flag bearer no edi na no ya so ya say news bi so surface ya say oba be ko thank you to and they say thank you to say man penin so no ko wini your president no ko thank you to chairman general there ko thank you to sakwakwe enye ntem fama NDC say sa do mbehye say appreciate.
I've not heard it, but I'll be very surprised because I've heard him say several say oh no, he doesn't believe in that.
Okay.
Because if you have to win elections, it will be based on your Mahama's performance. And when you start that, you disrupt it. But I think that this is the time that an opportunity is given to NDC to also do a certain primary like MPP does. You see, MPP primary have very competitive power. The people that show their face, they should have some faces as well.
Okay.
I'm expecting Gusitando.
Okay.
Who in Gusitando? So the one is in charge of the 24-hour. I'm expecting people like Spio Gabra. Where are they? They should come. And MPP, NDC gurus, there are a lot of them, man.
Okay.
Behind the scene.
Okay.
Sylvester, Tetemo, some of those faces. Before you talk about Addo, Fawcett, and then you talk about Deborah, they should come. Professor Alabi, I'm expecting him to come back.
Okay.
Let them have a proper contest and see who wins.
Okay.
They should test the pulse of their own party. What I said. I think that should be, and I see it in Kotia, of course. If he wins, that is NDC. It is very important for us to know that is their brand. But after that, we'll see who will vote for.
I'm Chief Justice Sokonu Sabre was signed at the man penning John Dramani Mahama court says a choir of fast so we know the talk when you say Chief Justice fee on one for quine pass with Titi and the farm who did say human rights no with Titi as some court nation Mahama and sign withdraw in some now kind.
Oh, it is not complete withdrawal as removal of Chief Justice talking about the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what she's asking in fact is that they should reinstate her as a Supreme Court judge.
Yeah.
Because technically she's lost everything. Men feel say they should temper mercy with justice. So, but don't treat her like a man. I'm not talking law. I'm talking about what I'm advocating for. Won't probably be man. Now, out of all the things that she has gone through, we should save anonymous Yachi. Me, I feel so there. She's still a Supreme Court judge. Technically, she should be still be a Supreme Court. But you see, the article must be interpreted what you said. Now, once it's go to court, the court will say, okay, this is what we think about it. I'm afraid, and I'm not too sure whether his own Supreme Court judges will help her. I am afraid, but I feel that they should consider her. Me, that is my humble advocacy. I don't even know whether I have the right to say it once the thing has come to court. But once you ask me if they are going to catch, they'll catch both of us.
Apostle sɛ na ɛyɛ court nsɛm ti yɛn kane bebree na ebi mu wɔ adwene bi sɛ asa yɛ mmra wɔ Ghana ha no edie mmea wɔ amanyɔfoɔ ne nsɛm because party ɛbɛba power no party no control judicial systems ne esi ebetumi aka sɛ ɛyɛ example of those things ana.
Mami nka asɛm kyɛw. Our constitution is now complete. It's a review kakra bebree until the president has given it out for it to like he knows everybody knows that common law said that constitution is there. Buga bebree. Judiciary is not really very independent.
Okay.
I mean, the independence of the judiciary is really very contested. Once you come to power, you control everything. Because nobody should be able to appoint a chief justice. There should be a system that should appoint it.
Okay.
It should be voted for something.
Okay.
The American by a certain system, or you take it to Parliament, and so through Parliament you can have a certain system where Parliament can support the appointment of chief justice. They should vote in Parliament. By a certain, there should be something.
Okay. Something,
a constitutional provision that would help us. If you look at what pertains in some countries, and let's do that model. What I say, and to me, feels it's not really helped. Our constitution is there. Senior, we are really pretending. President can appoint you, he can move you. Too much power to the executive.
Okay.
And so we are only pretending. People are pretending to be doing something.
Apostle sɛ nea woka ni asi obi a kyerɛ n'adwene wɔ ho alɔyafoɔ mpanyinfoɔ agyagyefoɔ mpanyinfoɔ ɛma me sofia akufo mu nyinaa kyerɛkyerɛ wɔn adwene ɛwɔ ho ɛnyɛ asi awie yɛnka ne sɛ ɛne sɛ nea woka sɛ asɛ yɛde power no nyinaa ma executive no saa bere ne incident yɛ asi ɛnyɛ sɛ na hɔ mɔm na agyagyefoɔ alɔyafoɔ nkɔm ho mom sɛ ne fiti na ɛkɔ Ghana yɛnyɛ hyehyɛ bi nto hɔ sɛ
you see, there's a review commission which will work, and NDC has to test majority. Mahama has a beautiful opportunity to review the constitution.
Okay.
Do you understand? That is one legacy he can leave for Ghana. If he doesn't do anything, but he reviews the constitution to favor the development of Ghana, then no, Ghana back on the name.
Sabre ya onu wa chief justice opposition for na nya adwene we sure say okupeja sa asam na opposition for be back na manaye.
The opposition has no say.
Okay.
They are micro minority. I said they say they are Ibakwa for 88 and 87.
Okay.
And here is you. And to test can take a decision. The opposition can only talk, they walk out. But the thing will be passed. But they should use it. He said that he want to use that opportunity to develop Ghana's, democracy. And I wish him well. I pray that he does it.
Okay.
It is my very prayer that we get this thing done for Ghana before he leaves power. That is my prayer, that he does this for Ghana. We didn't have a plan. We bought a amount plan, 4 years, 1 year plan. Even when we scrap this manifesto, or manifesto, what about all of us think? And we say in the next 5 years, we want this, we want that, we want this to happen. You meet target, you don't meet. And that's it. You understand? You are thrown off. You are below expectation. And I feel that we all manifesto now. When somebody counts, he removes everything. He wants to destroy everything you have done and start his own. Big Lanka constitution, because we don't have a good constitution to cover some of those things. The American say. And recently, I know a law has been introduced on plea bargain. They say plea bargain. we have the cry complete to like the oral thing that is happening. I think we have to review all. In some sense, it will help, but in a lot of sense, we have an issue with it.
Okay.
What you're saying, it will promote corruption in some sense.
Okay.
And for me, I feel that your mama has what it takes, and I pray that, and I hope that this is happy. If it does, Ghana will always remember him.
Apostle Nikwakra.
It is say to me, Apostle, I'm very happy. Say, God is on our side. It's about national development, and I'm very grateful. Say, I've been given the opportunity. I pray that everybody who is doing the listening, I'm praying that Yamisu is at the cow. If I didn't cast and furnish and count no brown, I did get that work. I don't think. Amen. Me bomb palm will be.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Abusua yene Apostle Sakwamante na atwetwe enkomo no mesre so obeja wo comment e wo comment section ho dia ma me na afei so me subscribe button no so e too much gege ya kai so wo de be wo no be kan wo sa no upload ni so mpe pro na phone number wo kai no tumi wo se ne ensem no ni nyina esiti all the social media platforms so ko ho a e too much gege o subscribe no wa like no wa share no nwa bi so enye bi ahwe medin e the dark gold e be se nhia.